Then gonna speak a little bit more about my mini cut and how things are going so far. Good morning guys, or whenever you're watching my video. This time I won't comment too much on my makeup look because it was pretty much the same thing that I did last time and previous time. So lately I've been into pinkish eye looks with some glitter on top. As always, sometimes I use pink glitter, sometimes yellow, but both of those really makes my eyes pop. So there's nothing magical about it, but I just feel like whenever I wear glitter on my eyes, I just feel like myself, if that makes sense, because I love anything that sparkles, that's bright, and I feel like it just puts me in such a good mood. And some people say, why do you need to wear makeup to the gym? Just because I love it. I feel good. I love that, and this is just the best part of my morning for sure. Good morning guys. So today is the next day, and I know I again took a little bit of a break for filming. I feel like I took, oh my gosh, 2 days or something. I know I look like a mess right now, but honestly, I woke up at 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. The gym is opening up at 8, so I was baking muffins. Now I'm baking my breakfast in the oven, which will be a little bit of rice, just a little bit, because usually before I train I don't eat much. Then some fish and then some lettuce. So that's basically it. But I feel like today I'm pretty hungry, especially because I woke up so early, and it's been almost 3 hours that I'm awake, and I feel like I am hungry. And I am right now on my kind of mini cut, more of a maintenance type of thing. So I am hungrier than usual, and it's a little bit, today at least, it's a little bit hard. But at the same time, I'm kind of enjoying it because I was on 3,000 calories for such a long time, and right now I'm doing this just for a month. And actually I have 1 more week left of this maintenance mini cut type of stuff, and then of course later after my workout I will be updating you with how I train right now, with what I eat, because honestly I changed some things and I'm liking it. I always like a new challenge, which I'm excited about. And yeah, so I'm gonna eat my breakfast, wait a little bit longer to go to the gym, although I eat and usually I can go straight away, but right now I still have some time. Gym isn't opened. I'm training legs today, super heavy, so I really hope I will be able to have enough energy, because right now I don't feel like I have enough energy for it, because it's so mentally and physically tasking. Sometimes yeah, it's crazy. I will update you with everything. Right now I'm all over the place speaking because I'm hungry. I didn't plan to film, but I know I have some time, so maybe it's time for me to film. And then yeah, I eat. I'm gonna wait a little. While I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna finish some of the late check-ins, because some of my Friday's check-ins actually came at night because I have clients in the United States, so usually I reply to them in the mornings. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, and I'll see you with my plate probably.
Fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for you.
Time for us to train, guys, and actually there's some things that I am changing in my training, which of course is intensity. And I am keeping low training volume and also focusing on really pushing myself heavy. So when I started to really prioritize my weights, and right now I am intentionally tracking everything, every single session I am tracking my weights and making sure that I am lifting more, or if I can, at least doing more reps or something like that. So I was able to almost go to 5 plates, which I believe it is like 205 kilograms. Of course, with hip thrust machine, it's not as impressive, and it's easier than barbell. My barbell lifts the highest probably is 160 kilograms. So it's pretty good, but I'm still nowhere near close to where I want to be. So I'm focusing on that, and honestly, it just makes my training so much more fun when I can really push. And sometimes I even feel that I'm blacking out. Lately I've been training this intense, but it's really nice and rewarding when those sessions are accomplished. So even now that I'm talking, after the session I did it actually yesterday, my glutes are on fire, which is such a great feeling. So I love that, and hopefully I will be taking an additional rest day tomorrow if I'm still not recovered. So what I am doing here, originally I was planning to do barbell squats, but it just wasn't the day, so I did a hack squat, and honestly it worked really good. I also pushed myself hard. Then I moved on into reverse lunge, which I wasn't doing for quite a bit. I feel like it's 3 weeks that I didn't do it, and now I feel it's so good. So I'm using slight incline. I just elevated my feet on the plates, as you can see, and also I was increasing my weight every single set. So I went to 60 kilograms if we are including the weight of the Smith, because I believe the Smith weighs 20 kilograms, so 20 on each side was my max last set. Although it's probably not as impressive, trust me guys, I was done. It was really hard, and especially after doing those heavy oh my gosh, after doing those heavy hip thrusts and then hack squat, it was more than enough. So also I warmed up with lighter weight again for RDLs. Then I kept adding the weight every single set. I believe I did only 4 sets, which usually this is what I aim for, 4 to 5 sets, especially if my training volume is lower. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then I decided to finish off with some barbell hip bridges, just because I was already loaded. I had the bar loaded, and it felt really good on my glutes. I had amazing mind muscle connection that day, and I pushed it to my absolute limits, as I said. And then I added 3 finishing sets of cable kickbacks. This is something that I do once a week or once every 2 weeks. I'm not too focused on kickbacks, but this day it definitely felt good for my upper glute. Okay guys, so I just ate and changed my shirt, as you can see, I'm trying the microphone. So right now I'm just filming this clip. Now I'm gonna stop and check on the sound quality, and if it's good, we'll continue. If it's not, we're gonna change something, and then gonna speak a little bit more about my mini cut and how things are going so far. Okay, so first things first, as I said, I'm not doing crazy cut or anything like that. I would say it's mainly my maintenance calories. So right now I'm sitting around 2,000, maybe slightly more, like 2,100 calories. And before I was at 2,800 up to 3,000 calories per day, which might seem as a pretty big drop, but there's some things that I actually changed as well. So I noticed that my recovery isn't ideal, and I actually lowered my step count by quite a lot. I also lowered my cardio. I was doing 35 minutes a day, that just because it helped me to feel better. At first it helped me to feel better, and then I started just going downhill because I was feeling tired and stuff. So I didn't realize, but I limited my cardio. Now I'm doing 20 minutes, sometimes even 15 to 10 per day, and this really helps me because I still want to keep my heart healthy. Once I'm back home, I might start implementing some off-HIIT sessions. I haven't done those in like 6 years or something, but I might start doing that again because I will be also implementing more rest days as I go. or just shortening my workouts even more. But for now, of course, I shortened my workouts. Right now, I aim for maximum 6 exercises per session, and I notice that it really helps. And another thing that I'm doing, I always push myself to limits, that's for sure. However, I noticed that I became stagnant. I'm pushing myself, but I know that I can do more at the same time, And I started really pushing myself hard in a lower body sessions, especially because upper body, I'm still pushing, but it's a little bit different, because those exercises are not as heavy, like heavy compounds like RDLs, squats, hip thrusts. So I'm noticing PRs even on my mini cut, and that just shows that my recovery is good. I'm sleeping well. I'm not overdoing with steps or cardio, and I'm really able to push. And one of the indicators that I keep preaching to my clients that you are pushing enough is, that silly thing when you start making those grumpy faces, like when you can't lift any heavier or any more. This is the sign that you are pushing really hard, and I'm usually very composed. I keep my pain inside me, but even me on the last reps, I just can't take it. I start making crazy faces, and that's why I don't like to train in super busy gyms, which here is super busy, because people sees you, and I mean, it's fine, but at the same time, sometimes I'm self-conscious about it, with those silly faces. I don't know, I shouldn't be, that's for sure, but this is how I am, and it is what it is, I guess. So, speaking of today was super heavy leg day, super heavy leg session, and originally I planned it to go differently. I will include all the clips that I filmed for Instagram here as well, and kind of do a voiceover for my workout. But usually on Saturdays here, CrossFit sessions start at 9:30 or something, and today I just came at 8 when the gym opened, and the CrossFit was already occupied. People were starting to prepare for the workout, so I wasn't able to do any of my major lifts, that's barbell hip thrust, barbell squats, heavy barbell RDLs I was planning to do. I did those upstairs, but I was planning to do everything in one place and just save my energy for it. However, it didn't happen, so I did machine hip thrust first. And honestly, I'm kind of thankful because I saved quite a bit of energy setting that machine up, and I went up to 205 kilograms, which is 500 plus lbs, which is crazy. And I know on machine I'm a lot stronger. On barbell I usually go up to 160 kgs right now, which is like 300 something, which is heavy. But on the barbell you need to stabilize, and it's a lot harder, and especially I am using so much energy to set up the barbell that it's harder for me to push anymore. So that was exciting. I really pushed myself. I was almost crying in the end. I'm not sure if I filmed those sets. I think I filmed one heavy set for sure. If so, I will include that. But yeah, that was intense. And I also did, instead of barbell squats, I actually did hack squat, which I also loaded pretty heavy. I believe it was like 140 kgs or something. And on some last sets, I only did 5 to 6 reps, which is also fine. You can even push yourself, like when you push yourself really hard, it's fine if you are going for lower rep ranges, but just make sure that you are working in a little bit, with a little bit lighter loads as well, to make sure that you are getting stronger on higher rep ranges and not only staying with like 6 to 8 or something. But right now I'm actually aiming for 8, sometimes 6 reps, sometimes 10 or 12 if that's a different exercise. But right now I'm staying on a lower side of reps and then heavier weight, which I feel like works so well for me. That's actually another thing that you should do if you are, for example, the same thing. I keep telling the same thing for my clients. So if you come to the gym, you have your workout planned, right? But the gym is super busy, or all the machines that you need to is occupied. There's so many things how you can still manage to switch things up and get a good training session. So for example, if you plan doing barbell squats, you can actually do Smith machine squats, you can do reverse hack squats, even heavy sumo dumbbell squats, like a goblet squat or something. There's always things that you can do and switch things up and make it work. The same thing with hip thrust. You plan to do barbell hip thrust, then you can do machine hip thrust, you can do spin machine hip thrust. There's many options. Same thing with RDLs. You can do machine RDLs, Smith machine RDLs, dumbbell RDLs, barbell RDLs. There's so many. I almost started speaking in Lithuanian, and it's weird. But yeah, I guess let's continue with English because I know it's not my first language. I know sometimes it can be quite difficult to listen to me, but I really hope things that I'm saying does make sense, because I promise you guys, I am a little bit or a lot, I would love to believe a lot. I'm a lot smarter in my home country, in my home language, I mean in Lithuanian, because then I can speak my mind freely, and here I am a little bit limited with words. However, I noticed that after me traveling all the time, staying in different countries, I kind of learned quite a bit. So I feel like I'm pretty confident, and right now I can speak a little bit easier. So there's that. There's always ways how you can switch things up and still manage to get a good lift in and good workout in without sacrificing your training structure or anything like that. But just make sure that you are still tracking your weights. That's another thing that I'm doing on my cut, on my maintenance slash mini cut thing, which I have only 1 week left. Also tracking my weights. I'm making sure that I'm pushing myself and adding, even if that's like 2.5 kg more, that's still more, and it's a good sign. Or even if you did, like, for example, you did 160 kgs with barbell hip thrust, right? And you did 8 reps. Next training session, you do 9 reps. That's also progress, even though it's the same weight. So I really hope that makes sense. Okay, let's try to change the angle slightly, because I know that sometimes it's a little bit boring to look at the exact same thing or exact same face. Unfortunately, I cannot change my face, but I can actually do something with my hair to look a little bit different and for you to stay engaged. I don't know. People say it works, but honestly, I just like to keep my vlogs and my videos as raw as possible. So I hope I'm not boring you, because this is me. Just bear with me. This is me. This is who I am. This is how I speak. Sometimes I can be awkward. Honestly, a lot of times I'm super awkward. Okay, you see, I'm rambling. So let's get back to the things that I'm doing right now. So the thing with diet, as I said, I lowered my calories. Yes, this is what I did. And I'm noticing it's my 3rd or almost 4th week that I'm eating lower calorie, which is about 800 calories to 600 calories less than I used to. And I'm definitely noticing that I am compensating with food volume a little bit more. So for example, if I was eating 3 big bowls of rice, potatoes, meats, and some veggies, right now it's a lot of veggies and then some rice and some potatoes and the same amount of protein, which usually is turkey, fish. Fish I eat very rarely, or beef. So right now I eat a lot of veggies. I even started eating broccoli, although I wasn't such a big fan of them, but I started craving broccoli, which of course, once again, might mean that I'm just deficient in some kind of nutrients that I needed. Also, dark green vegetables are super good for digestion, for gut health, so that's always nice. Vitamin C content and stuff. So I'm eating more broccoli, and I noticed that it's really filling, and it really helps, because I'm such a big eater. I have incredible appetite, and especially pushing myself this hard in the gym, I'm extra hungry. So I need that volume in that food. So this is what I'm doing. I'm eating a little bit more veggies right now, less carbs, less fats, and protein, a little bit less of protein as well, because it was quite high, but still almost the same amount, but just a little less. Oh, also another thing that I remember, I actually started craving fats. So this is why I started including a little bit more fattier fish in my, not even fattier, just fish with some fat, pretty lean fish, but still has some fat, into my diet, because I noticed that, yeah, when I'm in my mini cut phase, I am craving fats and even some sweets, of course, which is normal, but I'm still trying to balance my foods and have variety of different ones to not lack in any nutrients, because usually if we lack certain nutrients, we start craving more sweets, and it's just not the best. So this is what I'm doing. I'm still keeping my fats low because my body, of course, does best at lower fats, higher carbs, and then higher protein. But my fats are quite low right now, so I'm just trying to work with what I have. In this case, I eat quite a lot of turkey because it's really, really lean protein, egg whites as well. Usually I get one full egg or even half an egg right now because I'm still saving my fats for some nuts because I love nuts. So this is what I noticed, that definitely cravings are more intense, and I started thinking more about food, planning my meals more, doing different stuff. Even in the mornings, I used to be able to train almost fasted, just like with one little snack, and right now I wake up and I'm noticing that if I don't eat like bigger meal, it's nothing crazy, still pretty small because I can't train with full stomach, but a little bit bigger meal than before, I cannot train as heavy and I cannot push as hard. So this is why right now, before I train, I usually eat in the morning some beef, a little bit of rice and veggies, or some fish and rice and veggies, which I did this morning. So yeah, definitely meal timing is a little bit more important for me right now, especially around my training, like post-workout, big meal, big snack, which I'm going to eat right now. I just ate my meal and I'm now going to be eating those frozen yogurt bites with goji berries and nuts. So I feel like I spoke quite a lot, but yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. It's going great. I feel like I am a little leaner, but nothing crazy. It's just basically to kind of allow my system to recover and get more hungry again, which is definitely working. Maybe get a little leaner, with not a lot, just slightly leaner. And once I'm back home, which is actually in 5 days, I believe, I can bulk up again, increase my calories, focus on heavy training, a lot of rest, and go after it. So I'm excited for that. Last time that I'm changing my my view, should I say? I'll use this as a. So, last thing but not least, right now I'm actually accepting new one-on-one coaching clients, which you can see our work with my amazing girls here on my Laura's Coaching Instagram. It's not my main Instagram, it's just my coaching for my workouts, for food, for my client spotlight and stuff like that. Results, I mean, client spotlights, whatever. So I am, as I said, accepting new clients. I'm leaving the link below for you to apply. Then I will respond to you. I email you back. You are able to give me as much information as you need to. Of course, I will still ask you some questions because I want to make sure that we are a good fit for each other as well. I see 0 point of working with somebody that maybe our views doesn't align, maybe our goals, just understanding about fitness that doesn't align because that never works. If you can't trust your coach, it doesn't matter how good or bad your coach is, you won't get great results. You need to be able to trust your coach fully, execute the plan fully. Of course, your perspectives and your mindset should also match. So this is why I'm giving full questionnaire. I'm also answering your questions before we start to work with each other. Because as I said, I want to make sure that we are a good fit, and then of course results are outstanding, which is always motivating. So I'm leaving the link below. I will respond to you. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for this video. I hope I didn't bore you as much. If you liked it, please click the like button and let me know what you want me to speak on next. And then I'll see you in the next video.